So the qualifiers for the Strength in Depth SID UK Championships 2024 didn't exactly end how I had hoped they would. It ended in me spraining my ankle. But we'll get to the last workout in just a minute. Let's just talk about the first two workouts first. So the first workout wasn't actually that bad for me. It was 15, 12, 9 of clean and jerks at 40 kilos and 9, 6, 3 bar muscle ups into a max attempt clean and jerk. Now obviously those who know me know that like my clean and jerk is probably my strongest element, or power clean and jerk, so I wasn't too concerned. The first half of this workout for me was for some reason unbelievably hard. I just couldn't put myself beyond the fatigue that I felt, so it was just like a constant battle of I'm tired, I don't want to do it, I'm tired, I don't want to do it. But in the end we managed to do it anyways, and it didn't actually end on that bad a time. I think it was like 5 minutes 50 or something like that. I finished the first part in, which gave me a minute and a half's rest before going into the second part, which was a 4-minute max RM clean and jerk. Now I haven't actually done any heavy clean and jerks, let alone any clean and jerks at all over the past few months. I don't know why, it just hasn't been programmed. I think it was basically just trying to work on my weaknesses as opposed to putting in more things that I'm strong at. So going in, I felt a little bit apprehensive, obviously because I hadn't done it in such a long time, and I was a bit concerned that it wasn't going to come back so naturally, it wasn't going to feel so strong. And I will admit that whilst obviously I did do 103 kilos, which is huge, and only 2 kilos off my best, which was 105, it never felt it didn't feel as comfortable as it had felt previously, and I felt way more comfortable when I was doing it more often. I think that if I didn't have that already ingrained in my brain how to clean and jerk, it would have been seriously uncomfortable, and I wouldn't have been able to perform the way that I did. So I'm really grateful that obviously I have been doing weightlifting for so long. What I'm trying to say is that if you stop doing something, when you start doing it again, your brain is automatically going to be like, I'm not sure what I'm doing, I haven't done this in a long time. So I think going forward I would like to do it more, just to kind of have it in my locker, to know that I have it and that I can do it. But in the end I wasn't upset about the result of this workout. I think it was actually pretty good. Now the second workout was, quite frankly, my worst nightmare. It was 30 double unders, 9 toaster bar, 3 wall facing handstand push-ups. Now toaster bar, absolutely fine, happy Larry, don't mind. It's the double unders and the wall facing handstand push-ups. So I have actually been practicing wall facing handstand push-ups for a few weeks, and they do feel okay. They feel fine, I'm not super uncomfortable with them. It's just that they seem so hard to do. I think it's the movement pattern and just being comfortable with how to do it again, it just blows my mind, and my little shoulders get tired very quickly is all I'm going to say. So after doing a few rounds, I had to really take my time between the toaster bar and the wall facing handstand push-ups to kind of just get myself ready, mentally and physically, to keep doing the wall facing handstand push-ups. Now my strategy for this workout was really just get through it. I had tried this workout before, and after the first round just stopped. So I knew that I had to I knew that I just had to finish it. I knew that I had to just get through it, no matter how slow it was, just to get a score up there. So in the end I think I did 6 full rounds, and then into the 7th round I did all of the double unders and the toaster bar, which is fine. I'm not upset about that, it's absolutely fine. I could do more, which is fine. I need to work on my double unders, so much is blatantly obvious. And the thing is that I have been working on them, it's just that when the fatigue hits in, the fatigue just hits and I can't focus, and because it takes so much focus to do the double unders, I then just feel tired for everything else. But happy to have done the workout, happy to have finished the workout, and happy to have just put a score up there that wasn't just one round. It was at least a few rounds, and I could get through it. Now here comes the final workout. Now to be honest, this workout was one that I was most looking forward to, or one that I had to least had to worry about, because it was just get through the movements, simple, easy movements that I didn't have to worry about technically or anything. It was just basically make sure that you have the gas and just press hard. It was a 16-minute AMRAP of 80 calorie row, 80 wall balls, 60 box jump overs, 40 burpees, and 20 overhead squats at 45 kilos for women, 70 kilos for men. Now, I knew that when I got on that rower, that was going to be where I made up time, because I am slower on other things. So when I was on the rower, I was like, right, I just need to hold a consistently high pace to make sure that when I get to the others, if I take a bit longer, it's okay because I've made up some time on the row. So on the row, I managed to hold between a 1200 and a 1300 pace at cows per hour. Hope that makes sense. And I finished the row in just over 4 minutes, which I think is pretty good for 80 cows. And then the wall balls, I had a clear strategy because earlier on in the week I had done 120 wall balls and 120 cow row, so I kind of knew what I was aiming for, and that bigger sets didn't really work for me, so I just did 4 sets of 20 wall balls, and that way it sort of managed my fatigue and managed my mental fatigue going into the 60 box jumps, which were god awful. Don't know what it is about box jumps, absolutely blows up my ankles. Anyways, then straight from that to the burpees, fine, just sort of keep your head down and keep going. I got so frustrated at one point because I thought it was 30, and when they told me it was 40, I was absolutely furious. Then come the 20 overhead squats. That's like, it was actually rest, you just had to sort of like get through it and make sure that you had enough time to at least try and get back on the rower. And this is where everything went wrong for me. So when I finished my 20 overhead squats, I had about 20 seconds to get from the overhead squats over to the rower before the workout stopped. So I decided to run, or rather slow jog, to the rower from where I was standing, and in my haste I just ran and like put my right foot out to turn, but my ankle just buckled underneath me. And honestly, I've never injured myself before, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, but the pain that shot through my ankle and the noise that like emanated from my ankle when that happened was absolutely terrifying and absolutely god awful. And I just, you know, like when you're in the moment, and I just thought, okay, like this is it. I was like, this is me out of training for weeks, I don't know what the hell is going to happen now. And I felt so anxious and sad and in so much pain. I was like screaming for ages, trying to get myself together. And yeah, it was just like the harsh reality of having twisted my ankle. Straight away, like, I didn't have any bruising, so I knew it wasn't so severe, and Ross was trying to like comfort me and tell me that it was okay because it wasn't bruised and stuff like that. But it was immediately really swollen, and the day after that and the day of, the swelling just increased and the pressure on my ankle was really bad. It was hard to walk. But I will obviously keep you guys updated about what happens with my ankle, what comes next, that sort of stuff. So yeah, so whilst I did finish all the workouts, I twisted my ankle at the end. I'll have to see what happens there. I don't know whether I've done enough to qualify. I'll obviously keep you guys updated, but the results are released on like the 16th of April, so as soon as that's released, I'll put it up on here and you guys will know. If I haven't made it, will I be upset? Yes. Because I entered in the female RX category knowing full well that I wouldn't make it in the elite, kind of hoping that I would make it in the RX. But you know, you never know. There are some really strong girls out there, and if I haven't made it, it's just not right this time, and we'll just keep working and come back stronger next time. So onto the rehab for my ankle or whatever needs to be done for it. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel. If any of you have done the SID UK Championships qualifiers, let me know. I would love to know how you guys got on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.